Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight.
Let's go! Let's go!
Third! The Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. No one. And of course, you're gonna get the coffin skin. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Happy Wednesday night to one and all, and welcome to our come on, button. You can work tonight. Everything else is going good so far. Welcome to our AEW Dynamite Sidecast. All over the casting here tonight for November 13th, 2024. I hope everybody is having a good day. I know that a lot of people are having a rough week here. I know a lot of people have been through a lot, and, you know. Hey, Zodiac, I actually, there's a reason behind this shirt. And it's about what I was going to get to, if you guys haven't seen. No One Out Retro's the Gorp. There's one thing I want to talk about real quick before we get going here. And first of all, thank you for being here. It's always appreciative for you being here, whether you're live on YouTube, on Twitch, whether you're watching the VODs on our Backbreaker video channel or on the Twitch channel. It's just, I know a lot of people going through a lot of shitty time right now. Pardon my French, but I'm going to just throw it out there. Just remember that there's a lot of people out here to support you, and there's just sometimes where you need to get out there and, you know, actually show that you support somebody, not just say that you support them. And I know this ain't much, but this is definitely one way that I do it myself. So just want to say, no matter how crappy your week's getting, just know that there are people out there to support you. I know I've had my crappy weeks, and you guys have all been here to pick me up and just make me feel so much better while I'm here. So for that, I say thank you no matter what here. So, all right, from there. Let's get into this card tonight. Like, we're opening up tonight. If you didn't catch it on the old YouTube earlier, Hangman Adam. Which way they do it first? They're doing. I got it. Oh, they're doing the tag match first. Hangman Page, Juice Robinson versus. Hangman and Christian Cage versus Juice and Jay White. They're doing this right off the bat, commercial free. We're not even getting an intro. Let's get into matches right here. I'll tell you right now, I am super excited for tonight. For the mere fact that, you know, there we go. That's better. Sorry, everything's just been going a little loopy on my deck tonight. But I do want to double check site before we get going here. It's working! We got the sounds back tonight! For those that weren't here on Monday for our Call of Duty stream, basically my entire computer needed an update. So when it updated, it lost all the settings for OBS and my Stream Deck. So it's like, so I spent some time and got it all fixed up today. But how you guys all doing today? Are you guys ready for a great night of wrestling here? Because I know I am. Like this tag match, to this point, I still can't understand why. I can understand the correlation of this match between Jay White and both these competitors. Because, well, there's a blood feud right now with... Yeah, Jay Quick, I'm with you on that. That's where I'm getting confused here. Just hang on. Jay White's got a problem with Christian Cage because Christian's the person that kept him from getting that Owen Hart title shot. And on the other end, he hates Hangman because, well, there's a blood feud going on and, just try to break your ankle yesterday or last week. But why would Hangman and Christian want to team together? Hangman hates everybody. And I'm sure he still likes his daddy. So that... makes you wonder where the guns are. Even though I do believe one of them is injured. I got a chance to check up SRS's little contract. He was going through and checking out how everybody's doing their status right now in AEW, especially with injuries. There's a couple people that are getting very close to coming back. Unfortunately, the one that, I'm most disappointed in, that isn't going to be, apparently it's not going to be anytime soon, is Sky Blue. Sky Blue appeared in a couple signings here, but apparently her injury is more long-term. But Julia Hart's scheduled to come back soon, hence why the vignettes are coming up, which I absolutely love. I love they're putting out the making of video for that on socials as well. I'm glad that Shivani's bringing up the point here about the Bang Bang Gang not trusting each other, or them trusting each other, the opponent's not. I immediately think one of the two is going to walk out of the other. And for me, it's more likely that that you're going to get Christian walk out on Hangman. Makes more sense. Hey, Vic, how you doing tonight? Glad to see you here early for our little soiree. Bang, 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 gang, 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 bang, gang, bang, gang. It's just fun to say, right? The Bang Bang Gang. I'm doing good. It's been an interesting couple days here and just trying to keep up, all that great stuff. Today managed to get a couple more videos edited, so getting things ready for next weekend here, because looking over the schedule here, we might we gotta find a special night to do our GM mode, just because the show after our next PLE is actually going to be the night of Full Gear. And I don't want to do a pay-per-view followed by, a PLE followed by another week in terms of a double taping. Because those PLEs just take so long to go through. Like, unless we consistently get some run-ins on those shows, you're not going to get, like, our last video was 2 hours, and that's with me cutting out half an hour. By the way, if you haven't got back and watched our last PLE, I do recommend you do so. You get to see a couple Hell in the Cell matches, including one that took forever. Nick Wade's got a pretty good foot there. Maybe he can work for the Broncos and maybe get his kickoff a little sooner. Sorry if any of you were watching football this Sunday, you know what I'm talking about. Christian tried to make a conventional tag and Hangman just said nope. But how are you guys doing this week? Like, I know I had that little bit of a spiel at the beginning there. just talking about how things are going along and whatnot, and you could hear murmurs in the arena during the match, yeah. It doesn't surprise me when AEW's production is always a little bit off. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, some of the matches that we got going on tonight. Like, with everything going on tonight, there's so many different ones that you could prefer. And I think having myself, I'm still looking for Adam Cole and Takeshita, which I honestly believe Takeshita will win. Thanks to interference from, specifically from Cage, not so much from Archer, because Archer's got Roddy Strong earlier tonight, so. Because realistically, what could happen tonight? Both guys lose, and then you get a tag match next week, a last chance tag match with Archer and Cage versus Cole and Strong. You tell me that wouldn't bring some numbers in? It's funny, I didn't recognize Hook in the hoodie, but I did recognize the security guy coming down on the left side. So it's like, yeah, I know who's there. Well, there's Turnabout Fair Play. A wild random Hook just abducted a young boy. Story at 11. Jesus. Now we got an excuse for Cage just to bail, right? Oh, we got an Omega mention tonight. Chat, you might know better than I do. Did Juice have does Paige have not Paige, sorry. Has Jay White got a reputation of working tags? I thought he was mainly a singles competitor. Flip it over the top. Uh-oh. Hangman on that knee. There's the story again. Mostly singles? That's what I thought, so. I thought maybe he had a tag run somewhere in him that's. Nice reversal by Christian there. Well, temporarily. But yeah, Jay White just dominating right now. It's so much fun to watch. Because I know that it's been a little bit of a negative atmosphere watching for people who watch AEW these days. And we did experience a little bit of that on Saturday night. And I do apologize to everybody who was in here having to deal with essentially a troll in the middle of the semi-main. Tried to give him a little bit too much rope on that noose there, so. I love how Mama Wayne is still at the ring when Hook abducted her son. Well, she knows where she's getting paid. And I don't know which way she's getting paid, so I'm just going to leave that there. Juice going up. Oh, Nigel, such great comments. Good old eye gouge. You can never complain about an eye gouge. So is Juice here to eat the pinfall again? Nigel, you dirty old man. But here's the other thing. Oh. Robinson eats the pin. Nobody feels bad, right? Always go. Just barely got that off. Let's get just a 2 count. That pop-up powerbomb reminds me of somebody. I still feel that he's going to be here sooner than later. Despite what all the rumors and scuttlebutt of contracts being signed and everything. Did Excalibur just try to cut it to something in the back? Oh, God. Reversal into a reversal. Into a right hand. I love that suplex. It's not quite a half and half. It's sort of like... Oh, God. Blade Runner into the steel rail. Once again, this is a way that Juice can be the guy that eats a pin. Yep, nope, there it is, Deadeye. Now she's asking the referee where her son is and why there isn't a DQ right now. Nice shot, Kip. What a shot by Kip there. So many people on the outside just being bang on with their precision on some of this stuff. Like Kip had that shot here. If you guys do yourself a favor, check out the main event of NXT last night. Fallon Henley and Kalani Jordan. JC Jane right at the end gives a picture perfect discus forearm. Just as Kalani came up to the ropes. Just fantastic. I was saying the best part of NXT last night during that main event was the match. The promo before, the early cutoff after. Stupid booking, but the match was absolutely excellent. Does anybody in the chat here think Cassidy's winning this main event? That's the question I got. I don't think so. I think there's going to be like... I think World's End might be the first time we see anybody that's going to help. Swerve and Leo. My man. My man, Leo Rush. Well, I think we'll know when we're going to hear from Bobby Lashley. So happy that the Outrunners made it to the four-way getting to the pay-per-view. Orange going to get crushed. I threw that one. I threw that softball for you, my friend. So they're literally going to do a full card rundown right now. Well, I guess we got about, I'd say about 2/3 of the card done now. Hey, Jared, how you doing? Uh-oh. I am so great. Nobody's chanting CEO there. I'll get to you in a second there, Zodiac, on that. Wow, that's more expensive than Jericho's jacket. I love it. Well, Camille's out of it. Put them both through a wall. What the hell? Put them both through a wall. That's going to be fun, but Moxley needs a run where people go nuts when he loses. Yeah, I think we're going to get a couple... There's going to be a couple losses on people trying to take the title from Moxley before he actually gets that fervor yet, right? So yeah, as we get our commercial advertising for the rest of November here. So if you haven't heard, the final Collision before Christmas, which realistically is the last Collision of the year, is actually going to be emanating from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York. Presumably because Final Battle's going to be there the day before. So that is going to be a very interesting atmosphere. If you want to see an ECW tribute show like they did at the 2300, this is AEW's way of possibly doing it too. I think that is going to be an absolutely fantastic Collision for the fact that like they have 1 week to the pay-per-view. And yeah. Be the last Collision before, well, it adds to being on Max J Quick. Let's get this straight now for anybody that's, I know we had this going on with a few people here, and we do have to clarify this just a little bit. People's, like, I know a lot of people said, well, it's going to go straight to streaming service and that's it. It's like, no, it is being added to streaming services. So you can watch it on TBS or you can watch it on Max. It just allows you to get it into more houses, right? So in Canada, it doesn't. Yeah, it went down a little bit because I was peaking a bit there. So I was trying to bring it down a little bit so it just didn't peak out. Let's see if there, that should be a little better. Sorry about that, Zodiac. Thank you for bringing that up. I was just looking at my aux there and it just, I saw red and I'm like, ooh, not good. Is that better for everybody here? This will be this. Just so you guys know, I did put the alerts down a little bit in volume 2 because I found they were a little high. So let me know if I got to crank them later if possible here. I'm just trying to make things a little better for everybody. So we're not blowing people's ears out with these shocking sound alerts that I do. But yeah, just cranking it. Not that way, because, you know, I watched the first 20 minutes of Deadpool and Wolverine. I haven't seen it yet, but it's on Disney Plus, so I threw it on during breakfast this morning. I'm like, I'm trying to eat. I need to turn this off. So I'll get through it. Don't worry. I'm actually going to look to get Paramount Plus now, too, because Transformers 1 is now streaming on there. So I want to work on getting that up. I got to work on getting another couple logos ordered. I'm getting another... I want to work on another overlay, but I gotta find the right artist for it. So sorry, just a lot of things going on here as I'm we're getting ready for 10 years, folks. If you haven't heard, we here at Backbreaker Media, the parent company here, January 1st, 2025 will represent 10 years of us being in existence. So we're planning to do some special things to go with that. So stay tuned, as the kids would say. And here comes Big Willie Ospreay here as we get ready for... Quick question for you, chat. Do you think Shivani lasts in the ring in the entire segment this time? Because the last time, every time he does this, and in February 2025, Eric Bischoff cries as Dynamite surpasses Nitro. But I like the fact that, we'll have to have like a special Nitro theme something. I really do hope they have a Nitro theme something that night on AEW on their road to Revolution. Katesha. This is, well, of course, I asked if Shivani's going to last the segment. Of course, he doesn't. And of course, Fletcher's not going to come down to the ring. He'll talk from the apron. Man, does Fletcher look jacked in that outfit. Great keeping busy, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, January 1st, 2015 is when we started. I personally started in 2011 with my career in doing this with a... I'll explain it at a break here. I want to get through this promo. Uh-huh. Ah, the infamous screwdriver. Ooh. Well. I love this. Why haven't you doxed me yet? Uh-oh. Oh, God. If you open your eyes at life, what it will reveal. Oh, that was 20 minutes ago, dude. My bad. This is hilarious watching this right now. But I will say this. Anybody that says AEW doesn't have stories obviously isn't watching stuff like this. I love this. I love when people do the cliched promos and somebody actually calls them out on them. ROH TV title? Wow. Shutting them off in a hurry there. Yes, I want to know what you done. This is how you don't answer the question. And it's hilarious if you want to look at it. The match we all expected. Okay. Jericho might be a little pissed about that, but oh well. Oh, this is going to be fun. Watch these 250 times. I don't think I get bored. No. Ooh. This is going to be fun. That's what she said. Hobbs. Oh, it's Hobbs and Davis. Okay, that makes sense. I love they had to mute. They had to mute Ospreay. Hobbs and Cage, that'd be fun. Meet. KJ, how you doing? Long time no see. Yeah. I'll show it off right now. No one out retros the Gorp. Do the retro hangover. We don't even get people leaving and all of a sudden people are coming out for matches. Like, Jesus. Had to make your own personal run in. It looks like we've had a hell of a night so far. Like, for people that don't like, for people that aren't interested in wrestling, well, Callis comes out. Hobbs wants to say hi. Hey, I think that makes sense. Just getting fired up still. We're a quarter of the way in, and Archer put Strong through a table. Nobody saw it, so it couldn't count as a pinfall. All right, we got the picture, but not here in Canada. Been watching the Bulls game, so I missed we had Christian Cage and Hangman Page with all the rage. Ended up getting a victory over Juice Robinson and Jay White as they were setting up for that match. And once again, TSN screws up as they're giving us the full picture with no audio, which that's for them. But yeah, big news today. Before I get into my history here, and we'll talk about that right away here, Vic, you were asking about it. Just I saw KJ and I just realized I got to mention this. It has been announced today that the PWHL is being added to NHL 25. So therefore, I have to buy NHL 25. It's coming out December 5th, so make sure you watch out for those Black Friday sales. Get NHL 25 if you can. Audio commercials only tonight. Yeah. Hey, Andre, how you doing it tonight? Well, yeah, in that case, I'll pick it up for the PS. I got an option for either one. So, and hook abducted Nick Wayne. Mommy didn't leave the ring to go chase after. So, yeah, we've had a child abduction here. Here for a short trip. Hey, they confirmed Ospreay and Fletcher for next Saturday. So I know you're hella excited about that. I know I am. But yeah, all right, well, you know what? I had to decide which system I was going to get it on. That makes sense. The PWHL, the Women's Hockey Association in North America now, has 6 teams. They're going to be included in a download on December 5th for NHL 25. So I really didn't feel like there was a reason to pick up the game before, but there is now. So definitely going to check that out. And also, for those that are asking, if you bought the deluxe edition of WWE 2K25, you do get the WCW pack. It is available now. You just have to go to the store and install it. If you got the regular plain Jane one, well, I'm sorry, you're SOL, but I did download it earlier today. Unfortunately, it won't let you add it into my GM mid-season, so... But, yeah, some really big news there. But, Vic, you were asking earlier while we got this quick commercial break, and Roderick's high-fiving a fan while he's got a kid in his hand. I drove 30 minutes to see Lance Archer. Let's go! Attaboy! Actually, I'll wait till the ad breaks off. I didn't ads are coming up in a minute 30. Sorry. So, and here comes Cage now to run a little interference. That's always great. Already got some Scepter's tickets. Nice. In the true hockey spirit, yeah. Looking at the full gear. Hey, you know what? If you can get him, get him. Taven and Bennett with the save. Like, I'm surprised Takeshita isn't out here to run interference a little bit. Good old-fashioned let's brawl everywhere deal here. But yeah, Vic, we started... I started personally, I believe it was somewhere around June of 2011. I'd have to remember. I don't remember the exact date yet. I'm going to find out. But it was in 2011. I was doing a 90-minute call-in show covering Canadian football and WWE. Half hour CFL, or 45 minutes CFL, 45 minutes of WWE. So... And then January 2015, Rent-A-Cops. You gotta love it how coincidentally right there, the enhancement talent decided to come in to try to break things off. There we go. We got that fired in there. So, but yeah, we're going to have some special stuff coming up here for the 10-year anniversary. I gotta talk to Andre. We've had a couple other things on the go right now, so I know I'm going to be doing some hosting stuff here in December. So just trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing for January here, personally. Jesus. That's all right. I just want to get out there and do a little bit more. That's all. I had a request. Somebody wanted to bow out of hosting a certain show. I don't want to formally announce it yet. I'll wait until the organization does. So, but you'll be able to see it here on Twitch. The end of Heartache into the ring board. For those that aren't familiar, Bridgeport is the AHL home of the New York Islanders. So Roderick gets to face MJF. Can you imagine if Takeshita wins tonight? Which means it could be Roderick and MJF, and Cole just be like, I need one more chance next week. And here comes Takeshita, which means Adam Cole's going to run out here. Then we're going to get that match. Just wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
You know it's all about the
I just thought I'd throw mine out a little bit before theirs. Strong's arm okay? It seems... You know what this gives me vibes of? So many ECW pay-per-views. If you didn't get a chance to watch the original ECW, not that WWE ECW crap. Bells ringing, music's going, life's good. They would always have like a beatdown, somebody comes in, match. Match ends, beatdown, somebody comes in. Hey, audio guy, shut the damn music off. All right, I stand back on that. I'll stand back on that. That worked out. That worked out properly. Got to get the spots in. Now, the bell's already gone for like 3 minutes. But Takesha's just earned so much presence to him there. Oh, they're already going. Oh. All right, that sucked. Yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, I do recommend checking out that deal on Triller. If you are looking to legitimately buy the pay-per-view, which I do recommend you do, it is $30 off. Now we actually get a legit picture-in-picture here. So, but yeah, I picked it up. I do in Canada. It's I believe it was $60 for both pay-per-views, for Full Gear and for World's End. Figure, it'd just be smart to grab both at the same time. So, but yeah, once again, everybody, thank you for being here. We're 45 minutes into it, and everybody's so lively tonight. There's so much momentum going on, so much great wrestling going on. And I gotta say, like, just having such a positive atmosphere that we all have here, it just feels pretty amazing to me. That, we couldn't do it without you guys. And I say we as a community here. Like, each and every one of you is always so special to have here as a part of the group. But yeah, we're going to have some fun tonight. There's going to be some more great matches. Like, our main event, I'm assuming, is going to be FTR versus House of Black. Which, having FTR on a Wednesday is a real treat, so. Actually, if you look at it, both teams actually normally work on Saturdays. So having both of them come over on a Wednesday, and then having Penelope Ford and Britt Baker as our women's match tonight, I would freak out if Julia Hart ended up getting involved in that match somehow. Whether it be taking out Penelope, whether it be going after Britt, I really wouldn't care. Just get Julia in there. That transformation of Julia Hart, I think they're going to do a slow burn of it. And you might not see her until after Full Gear. Which, in many ways, makes a lot of sense. You start these promos now. And then when you got sort of that cutoff point where the end of the pay-per-view comes up, it's a good time to bring somebody in. And the fact that they got a full 5 weeks in between World's End and Full Gear to get somebody over. Except for the fact they're going to have, I think the women's roster is going to be a little bit more, is going to have the ability to show off a little bit more after Full Gear, because let's face it, they got to have 3 matches of the C2 up every single time. Like, to keep everything going as it's going. You got to get the C2, got to get all the matches in the C2 figured out, right? And I would love to see AEW literally just say, We're going to announce our first 6 competitors in the C2 in their opening round matches coming up on the Wednesday after Full Gear. You want to see who's in it? You turn into Dynamite to find out. You turn into Collision to find out.
You left your house and walked into mine.
Mick G! Praise the balls. Praise the balls. Thank you for the 32-month resub. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it. Always grateful to have you here. And we're having a ton of fun here tonight, so I'm glad that you got to tune in on a great night here tonight. How you doing, sir? It's always great. This week we've had Boom Dave McGee, baby. Sorry, I just saw the text come up here. Busy but good. Keep busy. Yeah. I'm with you. Like, I've had a change at work that responsibility has gone down, but workload's gone up. I think is the best way to put it. Which the responsibility part means I could just leave it and go home after, which actually will make it a lot easier long term for what I'm doing here. So I'm hoping in 2025 I could do a few more things. Like, I didn't mention the video that I'm trying to work on. It's just been, things have been so busy I haven't had a chance to actually do anything with it. But I can say with the utmost confidence here, if people are asking, normally American Thanksgiving I would take off, and I'm going to usually meet my buddies for beverages and football, even though, you know, I am Canadian, you know, and nobody up here, you know, it's pretty much the same day for everybody. Oh, Mr. Boom. I'll talk about it after the match here. Takesha's just getting too good here. Okay. Nice kick out. Cole was just that just got wrapped up to a focal point. So I'm like, oh, nope, hold on here. Long story short, I will be here on American Thanksgiving. Oh, to catch the blocking. Oh, God. Really? You notice how Takeshita turned the pile driver into a transition move? You notice how that pile driver became a transition move? I knew that was going to happen at least once tonight, if not 2, 3, or 4 times. There we go, 4. Sorry, I bruised my hand Monday at work, so. Oh, God. Once again, Takeshita going for the flying nothing. And Takeshita bails. Oh, what a smart move. Oh. And Takeshita's, oh, God. Cole's out. So, MJF's got to be absolutely thrilled right now. How Cole get a kick out of that? He doesn't. Folks, I'm listening to this right now. Takeshita's music, doesn't it sound like Nitro? The old Nitro theme? Like that little riff in there that it's got? Well, nice little field goal kick there. Oh, and here comes O'Reilly. So now they're going to start teasing this now. Start teasing the return of the Undisputed Kingdom now, or what? Uh-oh. I see a feel-good moment here. What a savant kick by Ricochet. You know what that kick reminded me of? Ricochet's kick? If you ever played the old... I'm just trying to remember which fighting game it was, or which beat 'em up it was. Where he literally does the split kick every time he tries kicking. Shook Roddy's hand, but didn't shake Cole's. I think we got a little old grudge there. But they are going to have a little bit of a break now in between. That's, what, 3 matches in a row? Here comes Mox. So what? All right. Mox guarantees he's going to take over the Superstation. What do you think he has planned tonight? As we're getting into the top of the second hour. So this is very smart to have this on the top of the second hour. Just for the fact that everybody... Mox Reset could be one of the best things happening. Absolutely. The way things are going, that very well could be the case. I'm just looking to see what else we got lined up here for today. We got Leo Rush and Swerve Strickland. We got Britt Baker, Penelope Ford. And then our main event, FTR and House of Black. So it's going to be interesting to see what Mox has planned here in terms of setting things up and wanting to... he wants to mold AEW into a certain shape, and I really like what his thinking is. I'm not a big fan of the hardcore, over-the-top stuff that's some of the stuff he does. But he wants you to get out here and feel stuff. He doesn't want you to be entertained. He wants you to feel. The more you feel behind something, the more you're willing to get behind it. Myself personally, and this is once again bringing it back to the video I'm working on here, which Lord knows, hopefully I'll get that together soon. To me, it feels like this right now, Wrestle Dream ended up being AEW's Infinity War. You remember when Thanos won the battle and snapped everybody? Sorry, spoilers, my bad. I should have mentioned spoilers before. I'm sorry. But then all of a sudden at Endgame, everybody comes back and everything's better for what happened. or everything's changed and modified and evolved into something different that could go forward. What we're getting right now in AEW is what would have happened in the 5 years in between Infinity War and Endgame. We never got a chance to really see that. We haven't really explored any of that in any of the Marvel Universe's stuff that's been going on, right? People just talk about how it was during. They don't talk about what was happening as it's happening. So this is one of the first times that we've been able to actually see, because I can almost imagine that there would be some heroes trying to step up, some, whether it be some secondary heroes or some other form that might try to save things. As you come back from commercial here. But we never got to see how that really happens. So now we're going to get an opportunity to do that. And that makes me excited here. Uh-oh. What happens when a McMahon becomes all elite? I don't know if we're going to see that, to be honest. If Shane becomes all elite, I think it'll be more of a backstage role. They'll use that pop when they need to bring him out, but I think for the most part, he ain't going to be there. Condescending prick, MVP. I love it. I'm just looking for... Oh, God. Why are they doing JD Drake? He just got off the injured list. Like, realistically, if you want to take an example, have somebody who's been around for a while. MVP, don't be too condescending or hubbies in the bill. I would... Honestly, if there was one faction... If there was one faction I think that could stand up to the Death Riders right now, I think the Hurt Syndicate might be it. If you just want to have faction warfare, that would be a faction warfare. That would be worth TV time. No in-ring TV time for Lashley. I think the fact that they're having the Leo Rush versus Swerve match, I don't think they wanted much of that. I love how Marina has to force the camera. The cameraman would have just went if she just said go. All right, Mox, what do you got to say? I like the fact that all the fans they don't know whether to boo or cheer or what right now. And that's the effect Moxley should have. It's like, what the hell are you literally going to do? Uh-huh. Go back to Roman. I like this a lot. But will his father, Christian, wants to know. And of course, here comes Orange. Look at the screen. It's no longer white with black. It's now black with white. Now everything's being infused with the black. Everything's being infused with the evil. I think this is the last touch. I don't know why Yuta keeps asking him to come on because, well, let's face it. Now, if Willow wasn't injured, she'd probably be with him right now. Okay. Orange had been slowly going black over time. It's so good. Yeah, like I think this is the last touch. It's everything that he just said in his part. I love it. Don't forget I beat you. Uh-huh. At least they didn't call him a queen. Ah. All right, so the go home Dynamite. Oh, Claudio just told him to shut up. I think it's going to take one more opponent on top of Orange to do that. I think Marina's the deciding factor in that match. It has to be. I think only Orange can pull off that basic effective promo. I think with the history that Moxley has with Orange, I still want Orange to be the guy, but I have a feeling it's Darby. I don't think it's either. I'll be honest. I don't think it's either. Marina's just hitting people with the briefcase all over the place. Moxley's running. Everybody else fighting to the back as they're heading to the granola bar. It looks like we're actually getting some real battle technique here. I wonder who'll be driving. Are they going to leave Wheeler behind? Why would you stop the truck? Why would you stop the truck? Like, seriously, why would you stop the truck there? Now Wheeler jumps in. Darby's nuts. So it looks like we're probably going to end up with Darby and Claudio instead. Oh, God. We got our...
What the hell was that?
Moment of the night. Wheeler has to eventually turn on Mox, yeah. Maybe. I think after the title's gone, that's when you do it. Or the time when the title goes. My personal prediction is the guy that you bring back for hope for this company is the original feud that... Oh, Ishii's talking. We got to be quiet. Oh, never mind. Ishii don't talk, but he's just a stone pit bull. Fair enough. Ew.
What the hell was that?
Oh, Thanksgiving Day 2 years ago. So – So what do we do with butterflies here, something? Oh. Brian Keats Sotomer. There we go. Right after we knew it was all coming. Now it's officially announced. Oh, they're not even announcing anything else. All right. Washed his what? Yeah. Washed his back. Not his ass, his back. Nice to see Britt back out here. Problem is, they don't really have anything for her right now. Welcome to Britport. I'm not a big fan of the Steelers colors, but you know, we'll let it go. But now we get the match between the two people that have been injured forever. That's why I'm a little worried about this matchup. But for the record, you know how often I want to see this ROH World title defended on AEW Dynamite? You know how often I want to see it?
Never! 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 Ever!
Done. Yeah, no, I think that match with Mercedes really took a lot of steam out of Britt. Just because, yeah, the performance wasn't there. And, you know, Mercedes is the golden child, so she can never do anything wrong. Hi, Penelope. But I really do hope that they turn this into something here. Somebody come out and do something, or these two have a... Because this literally is a match over nothing. Just the fact that Britt wants to come back and Penelope wants to establish herself. Attaboy, Nigel. You knew that was coming. But yeah, they're going to have to find a way to heat Britt up again if they want to use her. This is that 2K24 match when you have no stars, have no stamina, but you got to put something in the block. Pretty much. Which, nice little segue. Thank you for the interjection there. Remember, both on YouTube and on Twitch, after we're done here, and I'm just going to throw the link out in the... let's see if this actually works. Damn it, Caster Labs. Nobody can fix that up. Twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. Right after we're done here, we're going to get into 2K24 My GM mode for WWE. Our main event right now is scheduled to be Shayna Baszler versus Alba Fire versus Sonya Deville for the WWE Women's Championship. We're also going to see the new Intercontinental Champion Post Malone in action. Yes, you heard that right, Post Malone. I got a feeling he'll be putting the title up on the line again as well. And then probably two more matches, just like you mentioned there, with no stamina and whatnot. So twitch.tv/MikeTheRef, we will be there probably 5 minutes after we're done here. And now instead of picture-in-picture, they go to full commercial. TSN, what the fuck? Fix your stuff. Ugh. But no, our My GM stuff we're having a ton of fun with. And just, if you guys get a chance, come check it out. We chat wrestling while we're going, as well as book some decent matches that we get to watch as we go along. But yeah, coming up with that C2, it's really going to be interesting to see who they're going to put in that lineup. Because let's face it, last year, you pretty much got everybody that you thought would be in a tournament like that for a brand new title. This time, the bar has been raised significantly. So the 12 people that they're going to put in this tournament, because I'll be frank, I don't think we'll see either Wheeler, Claudio, or Moxley obviously won't be in there, but that faction won't be involved. I don't think you're going to see Orange in there. I don't think you're going to see Darby in there. Or anybody that's in that main title picture right now. I don't think they're going to get involved at all in that. Takeshita won't be in there because he's the international champion. I don't think they're going to want to have to double book that. And I'm thinking they're probably going to try and run Ospreay versus Takeshita during this time to set it to the pay-per-view World's End. So if you do that, that way you can keep those two out of the tournament. But that still leaves you with a ton of people. And I say that with all due respect because if Ricochet and Takeshita are going to this pay-per-view, that's why I think you're going to see Takeshita and Ospreay going into the next pay-per-view. So sorry about that, folks. My asthma acts up a little bit here. So, but yeah, we're going to get some interesting matchups. That's guaranteed. And it's going to be interesting to see if Okada can run the table. I don't know if they do that because, well, has Okada eaten the only singles loss that he's eaten so far is to Danielson, right? For the world title in that 50 some odd minute match that they had on, I think it was Grand Slam no, not this year's Grand Slam. Where was it? It was just a Dynamite that they had it on. As we come back out of picture here, which commercial break up here. All right, that was a good switch around there. Oh, we're going to hear from Mina after this. All right. So now it gets people a reason to watch a little bit more, I guess. It's a little funny that way. So they're doing a watch party and all right. So they're basically just trying to make a all-in week an actual week there, right? It's a little off. But that'll work. Why did you lick her face? Like, I'm sorry, that's gross. Well, granted, I know you would, but I think Baker's gonna. Well, by the way, I owe you this one. Sorry. Went for the kick. That ain't gonna work. More mental wouldn't mind. Fair enough. All right, they were told to get to the finish in a hurry here. Because we still got 2 more matches to go yet. Uh-oh. Is Britt out of it? No way. Yeah, Britt still does look off, but it's a very nice reversal. Looks better, but yeah, just like it's almost like she just can't get any momentum right now. But also, you know, you don't give her a storyline, you don't give her anything to work with. Okay. Nobody cares about you, Britt. I think anything would help right now. I love how Britt just completely buries Serena right there. Like, nobody cares. That'll be a collision-worthy match. Everybody love Mina! Oh, God, I love Harley. Harley Cameron of Harley Cameron. And Renee's like, no, we don't need this, we don't need... Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. Well, everybody knows they're going to show up for that match. Great to see Swerve back. Got his match against Benjamin out of the way. Now he's got Lashley coming up next weekend. I honestly don't know which way they're going to go with this. Are they going to set... They're going to tit off. Not tits off. That's a little different story here, all right? So let's just be careful about that when we get here, right? But yeah, you go from that to this, where Swerve has tendency to be ultra serious when he's out here. All right, but let me ask you in all seriousness: do we get Leo join the Hurt Syndicate? You know, the person he affectionately calls my man is right there. I don't know if they actually... I don't know if they pull that off or not. It would be a nice addition. Is he coming out as Bowser tonight? Is Leo Rush coming out as Bowser tonight? Like from Bowser's Revenge, where the black? Feel free to throw... You know what? I might even throw it in here. Forgive me, chat. Working on it. Working on it.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
I just had to, because that's what that jacket reminded me of. Forget which Mario it is. One of the last ones here where Bowser comes out all black covered in paint. And Swerve's like, Leo, you ain't gonna start doing this running thing on me here. This crowd is so over for Swerve. It is nuts. Once again, everybody, like this... It almost feels like this match is sort of elementary compared to what you expect. You know Leo's going to put on a good performance, but it almost feels like... I think this might be a little bit of a mistake here by Swerve. Realistically... This is just nuts. But the biggest mistake I think that's going on here, like, I'm trying to think about this without, thinking of I'm not thinking about it being a bad match. Absolutely not. It's absolutely fantastic. But right now, Swerve is trying to play Leo's game right now instead of the other way around. Like, Swerve has to, now that Swerve's decided that he's going to slow this game down, slow this match down, try to calm things to a lower pace. Nice little crotch move there. Now, are we actually going to get a picture-in-picture this time? Oh my God, we got a picture-in-picture for once. I'm going to have to find an Oh My Balls thing just for shots like that here, and for whenever McGee shows up in the chat. But, no, I think more people are anticipating the after of this match than the actual match itself. Oh, we got the Jamie Hayter promo still tonight, so... Now we got to find out what's going on with her now that she beat Penelope Ford. So it looks like Penelope's been shoved back down into that cannon fodder position here. Not that Britt Baker has done anything to get herself out of that too. It almost feels like Britt is going to be turning into a Collision special. Like, if you think about it, the booking for the women's division has been really rough lately. Like, Mariah and Anna has been turning into a pretty decent feud here. You have Mercedes and Statlander. One match and a bunch of vignettes. Okay. But what else are you giving me right now? At least give me something to hang my hat on for a little bit more of a consistency here. And don't get me wrong, I am absolutely, all over having great storylines for the women, having the women wrestle out here, but you got to give me a reason to believe, and they're just not doing it right now. Like, for all the bad things we say about other organizations, at least, they're giving more time to the women and actually giving them something to write home about. It might be poor, but at least it's something. But yeah, I find it funny that Leo's actually running this a lot slower now. Because if I was him, I'd be picking the pace up extremely fast. Because the slower that this match goes, the more likely that he's going to get caught on something. But I do think if Leo can get his head on straight, he can last a very long time in this company. And, back when he was younger and a little less mature, stupid things would happen. But now that he's older, he's smarter. I think he's almost 30. And he just seems to be a lot better in a lot of places, mentally, physically. Just seems to be a lot better overall for him here right now, so. As we get back into the full picture again. Maybe they still are friends. They're just mere acquaintances right now. All right, that was a nice kick. Excalibur, seriously. Don't try to, promote while there's a big power move going on. Just because nobody believes it's actually going to do anything. So Swerve does that dance. I think it's sort of an homage to MVP in a way. So what's Leo gonna do out of this? Okay. Standing Spanish Fly, I guess if you're gonna do so, that's got a move to do it with. Make sure to watch your back. Oh no. Oh no. Leo survives. Jesus! Pulled off that poison rana. I like the fact that it was a little bit of a struggle for Swerve to get up on that poison rana. Because with Leo, it should be a little bit more of an extra effort for Leo to pull any kind of move like that off, right? Oh, he missed. Leo got a little low there on that frog splash. Leo's got to follow up in a hurry here, or else this is going to be changed over to... Oh. I'm actually surprised there's some power there. Ah, boy, Nana. That's a manager's job right there as a face. That whirling dervish right there. Trying to go Poison Rana? Nope. That's it. Leo got caught. I love that there's a move like that that finished this match off. That he didn't have to go through every single finisher, because he really shouldn't. With a guy like Leo Rush, he shouldn't have to go through everything like that. All right, Swerve, what do you got to say? What do you got to say, Swerve? Really good match, absolutely. Swerve's always pulling out good matches. I also have to remind you that Bobby isn't Shelton. They're getting booed because it's the wrong town. It's not Stamford. It's Bridgeport. Whoops. You think MVP's going to use that in his promo? I'd almost guarantee it. I love how Bobby's got those nerd glasses on. It just makes all nerds feel that much more better. Nerds can be badasses too. So Shelton's coming from behind, isn't he? Yep, there he is. Yeah, I know. This is Bridge. Well, they're just trying to get away from that. They're just trying to ignore it. Swerve did that to himself there. That buried this segment for the fans. Like Swerve, that's out of the Jericho playbook. Why would you call Lashley out? That's the question. And MVP's got to do the choke out just to just to get the heat back up from the crowd. He's already out. I don't think it matters. Shelton's like, no. You referees just take a break. See? Crowd's done. It is Lashley's house right now. Swerve. Promo 101. Why do you bring out the red to wrestlers here? Nana's too fat to hit the but that's all the crowd. The crowd kept chanting Bridgeport. They wanted to end this with booze. Bobby made sure it ended in booze. Straight up, I don't think you would have saw that if they would have if they wouldn't have chanted Bridgeport there. Renee with Jamie. So who's popping in here? They immediately cut her off to the Julia Hart promo? What in the world? I think that was an intentional awkward cut. I'm pretty sure I know where Jamie's headed now, and Jamie Hayter and Julia Hart's return. That would be fun. as long as everybody's at 100%, that would be a lot of fun. Without a doubt. I hope that was an intentional cut there. Is Julie even old enough to know what a landline is? You got that one. I'll give you that. Good on you. But yeah, I love this vignette. I love how this works. I love how, you're playing the voices inside your head character right now, and if it ends up being Jamie and Julia, I'm not exactly opposed to that right now. But as we are in our weekly tradition here before the main event, we do go over what we're going to be doing here for the next week in terms of coverage on the channel. For those watching on YouTube, most of the stuff we do is available on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MikeTheRef, as well as our gaming YouTube channel, backbreaker_gaming, if you want to look it out there. Coming up tonight, after we're done here, we're going to be in WWE 2K24 My GM. Talked about it earlier. We got the three-way between Shayna Baszler, Alba Fire, and Sonya Deville for the WWE Women's Championship. And then tomorrow, we are going to be wrapping up Echoes of Wisdom. We are on our last little part of the game here. Got a couple side missions. Got a couple quests, couple speed runs we got to go through. And then we're going to go take on the big baddie and finish her off here. So, and then Saturday night, we'll be back here on YouTube and Twitch for AEW Collision. Should be an absolutely stacked card going into that. We'll know it as it comes, and I do appreciate that. Fall with week 14, the go-home show to, I believe it's Fastlane that we get this time. For our next PLE on 2K24 by GM. And then, next Monday night, we'll be back with Call of Duty, the campaign. So much fun. I expected to go for an hour or 2 hours. We went for 3.5. So that can tell you how well a story's got you caught and keep you going in there. We'll have to see how long that goes. And then we'll be back here next Wednesday for AEW Dynamite with the Mariah May Anna Jay Last Chance match, followed by WWE 2K24 Fastlane pay-per-view. PLE, because you guys are watching it for free. So if you want to know where we're at, if you're on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button here to know every time we are live. And of course, we got to bring out Private Party here for our main event to sit in their lounge. But for everything being said here and everything we're talking about, I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here tonight. Once again, it is absolutely a blast hanging out with each and every one of you as we run through our wonderful world of AEW Dynamite. And the fact that you've created such a positive atmosphere here just makes things much worthwhile. Hope you guys can show up on Saturday. If not, we'll see you here next Wednesday for sure. So, but yeah, I like this four-way idea. I like the setup for how they're doing it, the types of matches they're putting in. The Outrunners getting their first ever chance. And now we got the House of Black. Like I said, two teams that normally work Saturdays only. I love this team. I absolutely love how they work together. 10-3. Only 13 times used this year. And now FTR, the throwback to the 80s. I love how FTR and the Outriders basically use the same graphics package. Little pre-match libations get you loosened up for the match. I'm sure it was just apple juice. I really wonder which way they're going to go with this. Holy crap. Sorry. If you guys aren't on it yet, I'm on Blue Sky right now, Mike the Ref on Blue Sky. And the amount of follows I just got in the last half hour are a little bit insane, so that's why I was a little taken back here. The longest it takes, though, so we're probably getting it overrun, so. Wonder how much of an overrun we're going to get tonight. Whether it be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 6 hours. Oh, that's right. We get the LFI, the Acclaimed. I really do hope LFI gets that win. I love Cash anticipate how bad that's going to suck going over. It's one of those spots that I've always loved as a fan. When they yell before the move hits because they know what's coming. I thought that was next week. All right, we'll take it. They have got a stack lineup coming up Saturday. Anna Jay and Mariah May, that final spot. Harley and Mina. Yeah, those women's matches are going to absolutely rock on Saturday. Yeah, well, Malachi, he does have that martial arts background, but also he's that much taller than most of the people in the ring. So when he's trying to give a normal forearm, like when you're both the same size, you're going to come across, right? But when he's taller like that, it's actually coming down at you a little bit more. And being that it's coming down, it just gives you that much more different effect on you. And it's gonna hurt unless your name's Mike Tyson, who's gonna take Jake Paul to the cleaners on Friday. I'll call it right now. Either that or it's fixed. Oh, there we go. That is classic heel work right there. I love it. Gotta love the trolls. Gotta love the trolls. FTR is just a plain old troll group. I do love how they just plain old have fun here. it seems like everybody at AEW is just having fun now. And I think we talked about this before. I really don't give two hoots about numbers anymore. I really don't. Because if you're trying to... Basically, WWE's got 50 years advantage on everybody else, so I could really care less about numbers. You want to compare it to everybody else? AEW's blowing the world out of the water. And I do think it's a very North American trait that multiple people can't have nice things. There's always got to be one. That's why I'm sort of glad that different areas are going to streaming services, for the fact that those numbers can't be tracked. Or at least if they're not going to be tracked, they're going to be published publicly, right? So... Except for the fact I'm sure somebody's going to announce that their opening night on a certain streaming program is going to bring out 8.7 billion people to watch their show. If I wanted to be the ultimate troll, that's what I would have put out anyway. I'm loving AEW. And I know you are too, Zodiac. I know everybody here is. And I don't think there's been a real bad spell. I know there's been some bad booking. Like, let's face it, even me, the staunchest AEW fan, can admit that there's been some spots where you look at the booking and you're like, weird how you did that one. But overall, it's a fun time to watch an AEW show. I know Moxley's sort of changing the culture and changing the story on that storyline at that level. But when it comes to the mid-card and everywhere else outside of that little bubble that he's got going right now, it almost feels like everybody's just out there having fun, having great matches. And we're starting to see maybe the stories can sort themselves out a little bit. But yes, we are going to have every once in a while, we're going to have those foibles. And trust me, every social media outlet in the world is going to be all over that Bridgeport moment from Swerve. And you're just going to say, look, that's one you got to eat. That's one that you're just, yeah, it happened. Oh, well, let's move on. But yeah, no, I guarantee you that's going to be one of the sticking points and one of the most mentioned points tomorrow. Just because they can. As I get back from picture in picture here. If everybody ended up being perfect in everything they said, I think the world would be very boring. Lord knows I'm far from perfect on the stuff I say, and hell, I'm running a sidecast right now. You notice how FTR managed in unison to move to the left to meet up with that moonsault? So we're going to get the fourth team announced on Saturday. Then we'll probably have a face-to-face on next Wednesday. That just makes sense based on what goes on here. Oh yeah, we've been in overtime for a little bit now. Brody's just, nope, we're not fooling around here tonight. Oh God. Got them both. Very nice kick out there. Just, it's one thing I love about AEW. I'm not a fan of going into overtime like this. Like, I think it's dumb, to be honest. If you can't pack it into 2 hours, you should be packing it. But Without a Jericho match, you should be able to do it without any issue. Sorry, I had to. Hey, yeah. You can keep throwing those out there. Oh, here we go. Straight out of Steiner's playbook. Oh, yeah, if you guys didn't notice, I did set up the CAPTCHA for the emotes up on the screen, so feel free to dump those all you want on the screen here. I did it for the wrestling shows because you guys have... I've been trying to do a little bit extra for these because you guys have been... you guys have been having so much fun here, and even while you're... even in these quieter periods, you can throw some of those out to keep things energetic as you want. There you go. Emotes all over the place. Once again, everybody, appreciate all of you here. So we're once again breaking that card down for next week. That'll probably be our main event spot. Darby and Claudio. I thought we were going to wait a little bit on that one. Are we actually going to try the Power and Glory spot here? They're going to try it. Wonder if they're going to hit it. There's the power. And the glory got the glory of the knees. Malachi never goes on top. Finn Balor, eat your heart out. I love how my stream froze temporarily just on that cover. So you're sitting here trying to listen to the audio. It's like 1, 2, okay. Everybody trying to hit the finishers now. Shatter Machine out of nowhere. And he's by the ropes. And you can tell that he wasn't going to hit the pin because he put his feet away from the hard cam. Private Party's out. Oh, I thought for sure that was it. This has got to be one of the longer overruns that they've had. Well, Malachi's done. And Brody just says, screw that, let's go. That is awesome right there. Even Private Party's like, yeah, no, we should be... Probably to try to quiet the rumors Malachi's leaving. Malachi keeps trying to break that up, but... You know what? Anybody... They're going to keep doing that until... They're going to keep going at that until... Yeah, TK gave a dump truck on Money and Matthews. So he wouldn't do that to Black. I think he already did, personally. Looks like Alexa's commenting on maybe coming back soon here. Oh my goodness. They literally knocked out Dax. Private Party might not be that happy about it. You love how Quinn just said, nope, I'm dumping my beer right now, and or dumping my champagne. Time to get serious. Now, which way do they go for that last match? Do they go Acclaimed or do they go LFI? You got two face teams, so I'm assuming you want two heel teams there. So LFI should be the one that goes over here. I'd almost prefer that with the fact that, you know, Caster can... Dax work, knockout, or shoot. I bet you he... I bet Dax actually told Brody, make it legit. But also the other part of that, Dax knows how to sell. I think he's one of the best guys when it comes to selling, period, in many ways. So they're also shaking hands to piss off the internet. Yeah, that's a work, yeah. No trainers. Yeah, Dax is so good at selling. Like, it is so underrated. It is so underrated how good FTR really is, because they haven't taken the spotlight. They've been on Collision, which apparently nobody except for anybody that comes over to my stream watches. You're looking at House of Black here, also is on there as well. Like, this match here, just absolutely fantastic. And a great way to end Dynamite tonight. It would turn out to be a very good night of Dynamite tonight overall. Like, going right from the beginning with that crazy tag team match with Cage and Hangman taking on the Bang Bang Gang, with Juice eating the pin, but Hook abducting Little Wayne there. I'm going to use Little Wayne just for the hell of it there, Nick Wayne. Yeah, so we had... Once again, I do hope Simon Miller brings back the crime counter, because that is abduction. And then you go right in from there to the Falls Count Anywhere match with Archer and Strong, where Strong gets the victory. And you go directly into Cole and Takeshita immediately following that. That little exchange there where three matches basically go back to back to back, right off the bat. Absolutely fantastic, if you ask me, how that worked out. And then you got the part with Moxley and Darby, Moxley and Orange, with Darby showing up after and Darby nearly getting wrecked. And then the Leo Bobby, the Leo Swerve match was absolutely fantastic. As like we said, most of these matches here tonight qualify under that. And then the post-match beatdown there, that is going to be the one negative. Well, I think I would put two negatives on this card tonight. And that would be the second one. With the fact that Swerve just straight up screwed up the name and the fans just went with it and took over the segment for a good part of it, which led to Bobby actually having to come do the extra beatdown after the match on Prince Nana there. And then my first botch, I like we said, the women's match was good, but Britt just doesn't feel like she's at the level she was pre-injury, which doesn't surprise me in many ways, but it also brings into question what her legitimate condition is and what she can legitimately do. Like, is she going to be limited? Like, if she gets in this feud with Serena Deeb, I can totally see that being a real measuring stick, because let's face it, if you can't go with Deeb, you can't go with anybody. Like, Deeb will help you carry you through a match for the most part. And Britt, as much as I love the personality of Britt and the aura that she had, she's being called out as sus right now. And she's got to prove it. But then we had the night off with this great tag team tournament match, and FTR giving the honors to the House of Black, which definitely puts it in a very positive light for that title, for that four-way match going up at the pay-per-view on next Saturday. Wow, it's only 10 days away. And we're going to be able to carry on the story of the Outrunners FTR just a little bit further, because I think what we're probably going to get on Saturday is a vignette from FTR saying, look, we couldn't beat the House of Black. We're going to show you what you need to do to beat them. And if you can pull it off, kudos to you. And I think that's probably going to be the way you're going to want to go on that. But we can't take away from the fact that the House of Black is legit going into this title match and going in very strong. And then, of course, you had Jamie Hayter have that promo, immediately being cut off by Julia Hart. So it makes me feel like that's going to be the next feud coming out here. I'd love to see it. If not, another damn production problem. And Mercedes and Stat once again getting into a fight outside. And once again, another wall. Like, here's the thing that's going to get me pissed here. So, and I'm just talking, we're going to go kayfabe on this completely here. So Statlander puts Mercedes through a wall, and they're having a pay-per-view match in 10 days. And you're telling me if you put Samoa Joe through a wall, he's got to be out for 6 months.
You told some of the biggest lies that I've ever heard of in my whole life.
That's my question of the moment. So, but you know what? Sometimes it's brain rot to think about this too deep here. So, all in all, a great show, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen on Saturday as we're getting closer and closer to full gear here. But with that being said, I think that's going to wrap up this part of the show here. Just want to thank everybody for stopping by here. Twitch, hang on. We're going to go to a break and then get into WWE 2K24. People that are watching on YouTube, make sure you hop over to twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. We are going to be playing WWE 2K24 here. Our GM mode, we're going to get another week in here after about a 5-minute break here. So, but for those on YouTube, we are going to bid you adieu for tonight. We will be back on YouTube on Saturday. Once again, dual streaming the Collision show coming up tape tomorrow, which we're going to have some interesting talk next Saturday about tape shows and their effect on things going on here. But that'll be Saturday. This is Wednesday. Want to bid you all adieu. Thank you for being here. If you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up. Hit subscribe to know every time that we have a new video going live, which we probably will on Friday. And with that being said, thank you and have a great night, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday.